Like, and I just want to say this. I'm not settling for less than what I deserve. I'm sorry. I don't care if I have to be single, be alone for the rest of my life. Like, I'm just not settling. Sorry.
What you should do is write an apology letter to the future you, to the 65-year-old you or the 75-year-old you, because that's the you that's going to pay for this decision to say, I'll just be by myself rather than settle. Because the question, and this is always a large question in the dating market, what does settling mean? Because what women define as settling, men do not define as settling. Settling for men would be beauty. So if your aesthetics, if your beauty, your looks are matched, that's not settling. Because for men, this is how we determine who we're going to be with. It's not based off of income or career, like, or home ownership, which a lot of women base the concept of settling. They say, oh, I have, I make six figures, I have this career, I have a degree, I own a home, so this person I'm going to meet needs to be at this same economic, financial level as me, and that's simply not how men pick women. And that's the issue with this type of thinking. It only works if the man has the same criteria, but men do not. So if you have top tier men picking based off looks, they're going to be picking women who make $40,000 a year and is a college dropout, somebody who is working fries at McDonald's. You see? So it's skewed. So some of the men, so if you're thinking, oh, these men are only here for these types of women who are making this amount of money, but those men who are making that type of money is also picking women down here. You see how it's skewed? You see how it's going to be a lot fewer men that women would even want, but then you have to say those men would want those women, and that's simply not the way it works. So back to this video. So if for this lady, if she's trying to base whether she settles or not on anything outside of her aesthetics and her personality, that's where she's going to go wrong. She's going to be measuring in a way that men do not measure. So for her, the future will be being alone, and that's why I say she should write an apology letter to her 65-year-old self, because that's who's going to pay for it. At that time, you're going to be looking around going, wow, well, maybe I should have invested in a particular person or a man so that at this moment in my lifetime, I would have companionship.